everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's Dak Prescott's Cowboys going up against Deshaun Watson's Pioneers.
Thank you very much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The National Football League is here and on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Between the Dallas Cowboys and the Salt Lake City Pioneers. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They go to Elliott again. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Prescott on 1st down. McKinnon here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he gets it down to the 32. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend. 18 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2nd down following the run. Now Prescott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. that's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Fights him off. And he's got room. Play as he takes this one past the 25. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
Watson. He'll buy some time right. Now on the run. He'll throw it across his body, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Flash the stick skills on that run, but then stop shy of the 35. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. Prescott on 3rd and 2, eluding the pressure right. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll be knocked down sideways, right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Kind of running there at your own risk against that 4-3 and that big line, aren't you?
Yeah, and I don't really run it against a good 4-3 team that well because I've got to get those guys on the move a little bit. If you're a static running team, meaning you just want to run it in the middle, you may have some trouble against good defensive tackles. That's what we just saw on that play. No gain.
Again, it's Elliott. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, if for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Prescott from the gun. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And his kick is indeed good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front seven. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But the ball is out. Watson lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On second down, here's Watson. Flush to his right. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Third and long. It's Watson. Throw left side is complete to Rodgers. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Matt Darr to kick it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Spinning past him. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Tenth carry now for Elliott. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives them a new set of downs. Again to Elliott. And able to work his way down to the 16. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he's brought down. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this.
Come on, let's go.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a handoff as they run left side. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Now it's Watson, a bootleg. Rolling to his right. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Let's go. Let's go. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Let's go.
Here's Watson. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Now Anderson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Matt Darr now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And it's a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Looking to throw. Prescott drops it underneath to Elliott. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage, to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack. But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Taking it about the 16. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot before the break. Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And his throw is incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is
do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 5 yards left for the offense. It's second down.
Here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
To throw on second is Watson. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. J.J. Watt. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Gonna need something special here on third and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. Here's Matt Darr now as he's on to kick it away. And this will be taken at the 13. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They start on the ground with Elliott. Gets around him. And he's got some space here. A big run that time by Elliott. 72 yards. So all the way down close to the goal line. Good blocking up front. Helped to spring him.
When this drive is over, he's got to get to the bench and sing kumbaya with the offensive line, doesn't he? Big-time openings for him. Gets him all the way down to the 2-yard line. Let's see if they can pound it in.
On 1st and goal, they'll try. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And now back out comes the offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
Let's go!
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Shedding the tackle. He's letting this one go for Fuller. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Partner, I know that ball security is preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10? Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. They'll send Rodgers in motion right. They're going for it. It's Watson. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. A handoff left, Elliott. Down right around the 25. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. On play action, Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
After the interception, here's Watson. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back, right on the 30-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. That'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
He finds his target, Fuller. A big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 46. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Watson on 1st down. Fuller brings it in over the middle. he's going to get this inside the 30. 18 yards on each of the last 2 plays, and they're picking up big chunks now. On first down, it's Watson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Taco Charlton in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 9 yards on the gain there, so from 2nd and 19, now we've got a 3rd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Watson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Back live here now in Salt Lake City. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Prescott off play action. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now Prescott. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. What a throw right there for the 1st down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does, is emboldened the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now a first down throw. Watson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. J.J. Watt in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Sutton. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And a nice gain at 21 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And now here's a carry heading left. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
So stuffed from the 2, now what? And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
Let's go. We got 3. We got 3, fellas. We got
3. Now a toss going left. And the 2nd wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets it down to the 32. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Prescott on first down. Finding room to the 20. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Prescott. And he's going to go down again. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Watson now to throw. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. He's looking for another 4-sack game. That's how many he had last week. That's his 3rd.
And when I watch him rush the passer, the thing that always comes to mind for me is how well he uses his hands. The martial arts stuff that a lot of guys do in the offseason to work on those, paying dividends for him. He's getting home in a big way.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Watson. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it would appear the Cowboys are going to win this football game. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Well, Prescott here to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. Breaks a tackle. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
Time right. Alert, alert. 3 on 3. Come on, let's go.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block him. But short of that, you know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness, his suddenness, his speed getting into the offense's backfield has been something else in this game.